You're tuning in to Floridian Rollo. I'm your host, Floridian Rollo, and I'm coming at you with another live stream. So, we have a situation of a lady influencer who lost her life in her own vehicle. Before we get to the content of this video, I want to say to people out there that's doing videos like Ringo talks about doing videos in certain locations. You have to be cognizant because people are not happy of your success. It was somebody who more likely close to her who sent the ops to unalive her because she was moving up. She was doing different things. She was a beautiful lady and she had a bubbly spirit about her. And she likes to help out a lot of people from what I'm getting, from what the information I'm getting. And I'm going to look more into it. You know what I'm saying? We're going to talk about it more once I get more research information about who this lady is. This recently came across my feed and I had to talk about it because it's like when you're an influencer, you influence different types of people from different types of elements. And I could tell by looking at her photos, she likes to help a lot of people. And she probably seen some things that were not moving correctly and she tried to get out of those situations. This is why you got to be very mindful and cognizant of connecting with other people in social media. You know, we dealing with a situation with a particular individual who's being exposed left and right, and individuals that's being exposed left and right. That's down with him. And so she went to a few places that they probably knew about, and they happened to catch her off guard, so to say. So without further ado, we're going to hear this and then we're going to talk about what needs to be done. All right, let's go.
Other news this evening, police have identified the woman found brutally murdered on the Cross County Parkway. The nightlife influencer was found dead behind the wheel. She'd been shot multiple times on her way home from work.
They knew what type of job she was doing. More than likely, she told them what type of job she was doing. That's another thing. You can't even tell people what you do off camera. Especially if you have people supporting you, they're not getting support. Could you imagine that she was getting more support than people that she once looked up to, and she's getting more push than they are? This is the reason why you have to not get with everybody, like Ringo said, and I do agree with him. You have too many people around, that's going to cause a problem. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, this is a young lady who wanted to see people win. And she had that bubbly spirit. She had that spirit of just want to see people get out of their situation. And unfortunately, she met her tragic of jealousy. And it's a woman. It's a woman who got some goons to unalive her. Remember what the Bible say, women jealous of other women. Women jealous of other women. That's in the Bible. And so they seen how she was moving, and probably people was bigging her up. Probably a lot of guys, was saying, hey, I wish my wife was like this. I wish my lady. You never know. Provoke these other women because it has to be a woman involved. You know what I'm saying? This is why you got to be very cognizant. You ladies that got that glow, that look, and you're not using to manipulate men. You're just being friendly and being on point and cordial. They jealous of that. A lot of women is jealous of your bubbly spirit, that people will help you out, and that they're not getting the proper help because they so wicked. All right, let's continue.
Now police are searching for whoever pulled the trigger, and they're trying to figure out why. Eyewitness News reporter Anthony Carlo is live in Inwood with more. Anthony?
Yeah, Sandra, there's quite a memorial outside of Opus Lounge here where Ariela Mejia Polanco worked for several years. A woman just walked up and lit a candle, tells us that she worked alongside her, and she describes Ariela as always being happy. Well, it's the exact opposite.
Didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you? Even a news reporter saying the lady that worked with her even said she was always happy. Didn't I tell y'all? I just looked at the photo and I could tell just by the photo that she was a bubbly spirit. She's an outgoing person. She likes to see other people win. She likes to help people. She posts things. She put people on. You know, a lot of people helped her along her journey, and somebody got jealous of that. Somebody got jealous of that. That's why you got to be mindful. People be jealous, man. Secret competition. It's crazy. Let's go.
Now that the nightlife community is feeling. And even though police say this killing was likely targeted, well, those who worked alongside Ariela are now in fear until this killer is caught. There's no small way to say goodbye to someone who was larger than nightlife. Her name spelled out across a floral heart, a big portrait on West 202nd Street, right next to Opus Lounge, one of the...
Okay, so this lounge consists of a bar, a strip joint, and she was a waitress. Now, that lounge is near the hood, okay? Whoever been to Mount Vernon know what I'm talking about. You see the hood right there. I've been to that place one time, a long time ago. That's how I know I'm familiarized with it. I could tell it's by the hood, and then boom, the hood is right there. So that's maybe about 3-4 blocks from the hood. And you have people of all walks of life go there. So more likely it was some other female that was dancing, because they have a dance not cocktail, dance cocktail type of woman. Because when I went there, they would have them in bathing suits or what she had on. And it would serve drinks, you know what I'm saying? And they make a lot of money. So she's making money there, right? And then she's making money on her social media. So they're looking at it like, dad, she's making more money than me. It was a woman that put a hit on her. Best to believe it. It was a woman that put a hit on her. And some simps unalive her. That's what happened. Jealousy. Let's continue.
Spots she worked at. There's only one way people describe Ariela Mejia Polanco.
She's beautiful. She was beautiful. Beautiful. Pretty.
Known as Ariela La Langosta.
Okay, so now I got to do homework on her Instagram if it's still up. If her Instagram's still up, it will give a lot of clues. So she has a huge following. Okay, let me talk about that. In Instagram, you have to have 1,000 people to be monetized now. They're doing the same thing that, YouTube is doing. Instagram, you can't go live unless you have 1,000 people following you. So she had 1,000 people following her. Look how many people she followed, though. That's a lot of people she followed. That's a lot of people in comparison to who's following her. What does that tell you? They didn't want to see her win. She wanted to see people win. Look at her following. Look at her following. I want you to peep the numbers. How many people she was following and how many people was following her? Let's see if y'all people in the chat know the answer. Maybe you're gonna have to zoom in your camera because I'm giving you the info right here. How many people she follow and how many people follow her? She had a lot of people following her. She was following less people. I wanted to see if y'all catch me. Y'all not moving too quickly in the chat. So there was a lot of people following her, and she wasn't following too many people, right? She was careful who she was following. Here's the thing, though. She had a lot of people following her. The thing is, a lot of people didn't support her, though. You could have a lot of people following you that don't mean they support you. And we know that to be the case on the internet. You know what I'm saying? You would think when people have a huge following that they would get a lot of support. It don't work like that. It's unfortunate. The entities and deities get a lot of support. So she had to get it in the mud because she realized a lot of people was jealous of her. Don't think for one second this woman didn't know people was jealous of her. She knew. That's why she was trying to move differently. And whoever she told her information to is the ones the investigators got to look at. They got to do some investigation on them. Let's continue.
On social media, it's that kind of admiration that attracted more than 500,000 followers. Her notoriety as an influencer naturally brought about shock with her death, especially in her community.
I'm telling you, look at all the women that's coming by. You don't think they was jealous of her? More likely they were. They may be supporters of her. They may be supportive of her. I'm just looking at the movements of these women. Let's continue.
Community. Cardi B posting R.I.P. Dominican.
Cardi B, oh boy, industry, oh boy, here we go. If Cardi B say R.I.P. to her, she look better than Cardi B. I'm sorry, she look way better than Cardi B. Even Cardi B without makeup or it's some things she did it to her body. Cardi B, she didn't have to do this. This woman pretty much, if she did do some surgery, it might be minute surgery. So Cardi B even know who she is. Wow. I told y'all, you never know who watches you. I'm not saying Cardi B's involved. I'm just saying you never know who's watching you, what celebrity's watching you. It took this to happen for Cardi B to reach out to her while she's gone. We don't know if she ever had a conversation with Cardi B. It could be possible. Anyway, let's continue.
Pretty.
That's what it really hurts, Dominican, very beautiful. Such a thing like this, very, very sad.
It was Sunday morning at around 8 o'clock. Westchester County Police showed up to a grisly scene on the Cross County Parkway near the Broad Street Mount Vernon exit. Mejia Polanco was found dead behind the wheel of her G-Wagon, shot multiple times.
So she had a G-Wagon. Oh, yeah. They're not happy about that. Let me tell you something. When you work at these places, y'all, and you pushing a nice luxury car, oh, they're going to be mad. They're going to be mad. Put a 2 in the chat if you agree. A lot of people going to be mad if you pushing a luxury car. She was pushing a G-Wagon. Oh, they ain't like that. Oh, them ladies didn't like that. They didn't like that. A lot of women were jealous of that. She was doing better than most celebrity women were doing. Real talk. She was doing better than most celebrity women were doing in their lifetime. Let's continue.
She was headed home from work at Icon New York in Inwood. The lounge writing in part, "Our hearts are broken. Your joy, your humility." And
oh, she was working for Icon New York. Oh, that's big money. That's big money. She was about her business. Ooh, I don't know about Icon New York. I'm gonna look into her. I'm gonna look into that situation because this is really, really serious. We're not gonna just talk about this one time. This is gonna be a little bit of a continuation. Best to believe that. If I get a lot of people involved in this video, if a lot of people get involved in this video and they show me that they're interested in this video, then we'll get more of it pushing. I got to see if the people like the video a lot, get the awareness out. Because if y'all don't, if this shows me that If y'all don't even push it out, the video, the content, then I don't know what I just say. People are going to be people, man. Just like the video, if you want to support the Cash App is pinned to the top. You know what I'm saying? Let's go.
The way you treated everyone with so much care always made you stand out. Police are investigating this as a targeted killing, not random, but investigators are trying to figure out who wanted the influencer dead and why. Mejia Polanco's family tells us the 33-year-old was a great daughter and mother who leaves behind 2 children, ages.
Wow. Now we're going to hear about the ages of the children, man. They're probably even jealous that she got a family and she's pushing. She's doing well. You know what I'm saying? That's a big time company she was working for. She was providing for her children. We don't know about the situation with her man, or maybe she had 2 men. I don't know how many baby fathers she had. I don't know. We'll find out. Let's go.
13 and 14.
I have
13 and 14. So it's got to be with one man. It's definitely got to be with one man. They teenagers. Okay, let's go.
child too, and it's very heartbreaking to see these things.
Kind of frightening, though.
Yeah, it's very frightening. It is.
And again, that is what we've been hearing from many of the people we've spoken with. In fact, I have to stress that several of them were too afraid to go on camera because of the manner and the circumstances that in which Ariella was killed. There have been no arrests at this point as police again still search for the killer and also to identify a motive. Opus Lounge, where she worked for several years, releasing a statement saying in part that nightlife here in New York City has lost an angel. We're live in Inwood. Anthony Carlo, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
I'm going to tell you something. Put a 5 in the chat if you're ready to hear this. I'm going to tell you what this is about. Put a 5 in the chat if you're ready for this. Put a 5 in the chat if you're ready for this. We're going to look into her Instagram, and I'm going to have to do a pre-record video about her Instagram. I got to look into her Instagram now to get some clues. Put a 5 in the chat if you're ready to hear what I'm about to tell you. Put a 5 in the chat. I'm waiting for y'all. Y'all taking long to put a 5 in the chat. I know I'm ahead of y'all. It shouldn't take y'all that long to put a 5 in the chat. I'm about 30 seconds ahead of y'all. So I'm waiting for people to put a 5 in the chat. I don't know how far behind y'all is. I don't know how far behind y'all is. Put a 5 in the chat if you want to know what I'm about to tell you. You're taking too long. Y'all really taking too long. How far behind are y'all? How far behind are y'all in the comment section, in the chat? Y'all taking a long time to put a 5 in the chat. I'm not going to say anything until I see a 5. Until I see a 5 in the chat. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. 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 I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. 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 What type of people I have watching me if they taking long to put a 5 in the chat? What's taking you so long to put a 5 in the chat? Okay. It took y'all a long time to put a 5 in the chat. Somebody put a 5 in the chat. Okay, let me tell you something, right? Upon looking at this situation, She was very attractive. We will agree, right? She was very attractive. She had a bubbly spirit. Somebody she worked next to said that she was always cheerful and happy, right? And we know she has two children by one man. We don't know who the man is for now. Another thing is she was making more money than these establishments. You got to understand something. When you work in a 9 to 5, I want you to listen and listen well, because this is what YouTubers ain't going to tell you. I'm going to tell you what it is. When you work in a 9 to 5 and you have a set income coming in, right? She was making so much money on Instagram and YouTube, but more so Instagram, and probably have TikTok. Who knows what other stuff going on? Do I think she had OF? I don't think she had OF. Could it be possible? It's possible. Time will tell as I do my investigation. However, I truly believe she was making more money than the owner of both establishments. When you come on social media, do you know that most social media people make more money than the NBA and the NFL players? Do you know that most social media people make more money than most of these companies that you work for or that you run? There's certain YouTubers that make more money than politicians, believe it or not. That's a fact. That's a fact. So I truly believe she met the threshold, and I believe she was going to buy this bar. I believe she was going to buy this bar. And someone inside knew about it. I know you're going to say, Rollo, you speaking conspiracy. No, I'm not. She was going to buy that bar, y'all. She was going to buy that bar because she's been there longer than the average woman would be there. A woman of her caliber, they'll do 2 years, work at that establishment, and then go into something else. So I truly believe she was going to buy that situation off because she had the funds. And some woman inside there was jealous that worked there, put a hit on her. There's no doubt about it. There's a woman inside of that place put a hit on her and got some guys to do it for her because she was doing too much. And it gets to a point that when you start making more than them, and you making more than your than the other women, and the men are coming to you more because you more approachable, you're gonna have problems in your hands. As a woman, I tell any woman, if you're an approachable woman and people have respect for you, especially men have respect for you because you're approachable, you're not disrespectful, you're not naive, you just a woman that knows her role. Other women don't like that. And just by looking at her, I could tell she's bubbly because I've been around different women. And I could tell you she's very bubbly. She's very approachable. She could put you on to certain things if you're moving correctly. And she just want to see people win. She made that business be more approachable. Because if you go to certain establishments, some of these women be so disrespectful, so nasty, and you don't want to go back. How many of you guys and ladies been to an establishment and the woman treats you worse than the men? And there's some men out here that treat you bad. Yet I've been to places and I could tell you I don't even go back because the women gave this attitude, this deity spirit on her. You get what I'm saying? So to all the ladies that's bubbly, cheerful, happy, just know not every woman is happy for you and not every man is happy for you. That goes for you fellas too. A guy that's a go-getter, a guy that is about his business. You don't think I don't know people's jealous of me, secretly jealous of me? I know that already. Matter of fact, people are so mad I'm in Florida. I get less support since I've been back in Florida than I did when I was in New York. Listen, I feel for this woman because she was getting support and the people in her area were jealous at this particular place she worked at. That's why I don't work too long in a certain place. Because when you start bringing in, when you have certain cars or certain establishment, there's people that work with you secretly jealous of you. When they find out you got more cars than them, you got more money coming in than them, they'll line you up. They'll line you up when they see you driving a nice car, you bringing in a better car than your boss. Yo, there's people out here that got better cars than their bosses. So when they see you driving nice things, guess what? Your support goes low. Because people, mostly in this world, want to see you poor, broke, and in the streets. Even on the internet. Even on the internet, people want to see you broke, begging, and living in the streets. Just because a lot of people watch you doesn't mean that they support you. People are watching to see you fall. You got a lot of them ladies in that community, they happy she's gone. They happy she's gone. They believe they knock out the competition. And I guarantee you this place will close down in 2 months. We're going to make a news about it. I guarantee you, because they had something to do with it. Somebody in that workplace has something to do with it. And the Most High will confirm to me within 2 months if it's true or not. We're going to get back to the story. Hold me to it. I want to make a note of it. Because I guarantee you, somebody in there unalive her. Not the other place she worked at. This nightlife she worked at. Instead of being like, you know what, she's bringing us money. Everybody's getting paid. But they feel like you should not get money. People are out here saying you should not get money. I'm going to do a video about it. I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to do a pre-record video about it. People don't want you to make money and get money. And I'm going to explain the details. And you're going to get the gist of it. That's why I say I know these things. You're a lady that's out there that's a go-getter, you don't got no friends. You have no friends, ladies. You got ladies out here will unalive you, will have simps unalive them for you. It's crazy, man. It's a crazy world out here, man. You got dudes jealous of other dudes. You got many guys jealous of me on the internet. They want to see me broke. They want to see me not get no support. They want to see people crash out on me. And they love that. They get joy out of that. Telling y'all, man, it's a cold world, man. Condolences to her children who has to now have no mother because these savages, insecure women, jealous of her. I'm going to say it again to you ladies out there that's getting it. You don't have too many women friends. And this is the problem I have with many of my exes is that they always think everybody's their friend. No, they're not your friend. They rooting for you to fail, and that's when they're your friend. When you fall out and you ain't got too much going on in your life, that's when they be your friend. How many of you could witness that? If Rollo was going through what he was going through, I have many people supporting my Cash App. How many people hit my Super Chat? You know why they're not doing it? Because they're jealous. People are jealous. And I'm not talking about people I'm cool with. No. I'm talking about folks who want to support me. Stop supporting me because they hate that I'm down here. They hate that I'm winning. And just like this beautiful young lady, they didn't like the fact she got 2 jobs and she doing social media. She was getting to the bag while they was bumming it out. They was doing bummy things with their money. She was investing. They was jealous of that. They hated her for being successful. Just like people are really hating you to win. People hate to see you win. People hate to see you win. Let's get to the next content. Let's get to the next content. Let's get to it. I'm telling you right now. We're going to go to another one. If y'all want to get my attention, y'all know how to get my attention. Listen, I appreciate those who's tuning in. When I talk about this topic like this, y'all want to get my attention, y'all hit the super chat, hit the cash app. Salute to the mod, salute to the chat, but I'm focusing right now. I'm really focusing on this. This is a serious, everything I talk about is serious. This is real serious right now. There'll be days I talk with y'all in the chat, and there's going to be days like this that if you want to get my attention, you know how to get my attention. Real talk. You support the show. Otherwise, just tune in and listen to the show. Let me see if I find the video. Give me 1 second. I'm looking for it right now. I'm trying to find it. Where's that situation that happened in New York? Okay, here we go. Let's get right to it. Let's get right to the situation. All right, it's ready. It's set up. Let's go.
The community held a vigil at the lounge in Crown Heights where grief poured into the street. And tonight we have learned one of the victims, a man from West Africa, was at the wrong place at the wrong time. Naveen Dhaliwal heard from his uncle and community leaders.
On Monday night, the taste of the city lounge still blocked off by police tape with flowers set aside, a grim reminder of the horror that happened inside early Sunday morning.
And we pray, above all, that we may never see this kind of devastating violence again in our...
Now, you know something happened this past weekend in Crown Heights, and one of those people that was unalive was an important person that comes from another country. And so it got all the people from all walks of life to get together to talk about this. You see the mayor and all everybody else talking about this. Let's continue.
Our community.
Earlier today, just steps from the lounge, city and religious leaders along with neighbors gathered.
City and religious leaders. And listen, I didn't listen to this content. I did not listen to this. Everything I'm doing is based on what I'm seeing. And I just said that there's religious leaders from all walks of life. You heard me say that before she even said it. Let me rewind it back because I could tell. Listen, I'm very observant, y'all. Listen.
Steps from the lounge, city and religious Sunday morning.
And we pray, above all, that we may never see this kind of devastating violence again in our community.
Earlier today, just steps from the lounge, city and religious leaders along with neighbors gathered, providing comfort and hope.
Bullets destroy and they hurt.
No, Mayor. These deities and entities are the ones who happen to have a weapon and using it for the wrong reasons, sir. Listen, Mayor, The issue I have with these quote unquote black mayors is that they are not addressing the elephant in the room, and that there's too many people sinning and they look like us, mayor. These Edomites are running amok, unless you're an Edomite too, which I would not be surprised if you're an Edomite mayor. I would not be surprised if Mayor Adams is an Edomite mayor, just like the Edomite mayor in D.C. and the other mayors, quote unquote, so-called black mayors. If you want crime to stop, get these entities and deities off the streets. You got all these different religious people. They can't even get into the people because the churches is done. The churches are done. The churches are done. D-O-N-E, done. D-O-N-E, done. Look at this, y'all. Look at this. When y'all going to... Uh-oh, somebody got an elite. Somebody got an elite hat. Uh-oh. Do y'all see that? Do y'all see that elite hat? Somebody got an elite hat on. Mm-hmm. Somebody got on an elite hat. You got a guy in the back put on an elite hat. I'm paying attention. There's somebody on the corner behind this other individual. He got on an elite hat. Now all of a sudden you got these guys wearing elite hats. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Let's continue.
And they hurt those who we love.
It was around 3:30 a.m. Sunday when police say a gunfight broke out inside the lounge. 3 people were killed, including 2 of the gunmen and an innocent bystander, Amadou Diallo, a 27-year-old from West Africa. Through a translator, his heartbroken uncle described him as hardworking, hopeful, and says he was chasing the American dream.
He was doing the delivery, DoorDash and Uber, gaining his life with honesty, without stealing nothing. He was just going home. He was on his bike.
Investigators say 11 others were wounded in the chaos as bullets sprayed across the room.
Forensic evidence, including 42 discharged shell casings recovered from inside and outside the lounge, is being analyzed.
Anti-gun violence groups stepped up.
Also, they put on the elite. Okay. So they took a playbook out of my situation and capitalized off it. So a lot of people from New York still watch me. So you got this group called Elite. You got this elite group in New York City now. Interesting. They making it known they represent an elite. Let's see what happens.
To provide a sense of safety.
We have men and women whose job it is to get on the streets, get into the trenches of where the area is to prevent the retaliation.
Gun violence in this area is down 62%. It makes me feel like the work that we put in is no.
Oh boy. Oh my goodness. They're using my brand now. They're using my brand, y'all. Now all of a sudden, New York City talking about their elite. They got the Mercedes now. Oh wow. This confirms they watching my video. They took my talking point, and now they say, "Well, Rollo, you've been talking about elite. Well, we got elite vans, we got elite Mercedes, we got elite different cars. Do y'all know what's going on? These people from New York took my talking point and actually doing something with it. Okay. I'm laughing about this, man. This is hilarious. All right, let's go.
We're near where we need to be.
Police are still searching for 2 other gunmen, while community leaders are pleading for the end to the cycle of violence that has shattered another Brooklyn neighborhood. In Crown Heights, Naveen Dhaliwal, CBS News, New York.
It's an unfortunate situation, in all seriousness. It's an unfortunate situation that occurred, with this thing. So let's get to the next topic. Hold on one second. Let's get to the next topic. Let's see if I can find it. Let's see if it's ready. Let me see if I can find it, y'all. I'm trying to find it right now. Okay, let's listen to what DeSantis have to say. All right. Now DeSantis is going to talk about what I talked about on one of my recent live streams. All right. So let's get to it. Let's get to this topic here. All right. All right, y'all. Here we go. Make sure it's good. All right. Let's listen to what they're going to do. Listen.
Governor Ron DeSantis calling on Congress to act after a deadly crash on the Treasure Coast. Surveillance video shows a trucker making an illegal U-turn when a minivan slams right into it, killing 3 people who were inside of that van. CBS News Miami's Morgan Vine is joining us live near the Florida Turnpike in Dade County with what the governor is asking Congress to do now, Morgan.
Listen.
So the governor says that he has had congressmen reach out to him expressing their sympathies. And while he says that's nice, he says they have the real power to make change.
Video surveillance captures the moment a driver identified as 28-year-old Harjinder Singh make an illegal U-turn on Florida's Turnpike last week. A black minivan plows into the truck.
It's disturbing, too, because if you look, we have video of this. We have photos of this. And he seemed to not like, I mean, it was almost like, you know, he's walking down the sidewalk, maybe stubbed his toe, just kind of like, it was like, it didn't register to him, you know, what had happened. And I'm like, that is really, really cold.
I agree, Governor. I agree. And that's going to be very difficult for a lot of truck drivers to come to Florida now, because now the DOT and the sheriffs is going to trace everything and check everything. Or, like the governor say, you're going to have to remove resources from these blue states. If they're hiring people they're not supposed to hire and giving them licenses to drive, and they don't even know the roads very well. You know, people are really pissed off down here because a lot of accidents come from people from other states. You know what I'm saying? And now with this truck thing, it's going to be more difficult for people that love driving in Florida. You ask any truck driver, they love driving in Florida. Now they're going to make it difficult for you to drive in Florida because of this incident from California. Now, he's right. The senator and the Congress have the power to remove resources from California or any other Ibarasi state. And that's going to end up happening because if they want to, you know, get money coming from the state, the congressional office, they're going to have to do right. So listen to what the governor say. Listen.
30-year-old man from Florida City and his 2 passengers, a 37-year-old woman from Pompano Beach and a 50-year-old man from Miami, were killed in the crash. The Department of Homeland Security says the driver of the truck crossed into California illegally in 2018.
Wow.
And that's where he received his commercial driver's license.
Wow.
Florida, what we've said is we're not giving licenses if you're here illegally. We're not giving ID cards. In fact, you can't even do like these NGOs want to issue. We don't allow that. California, they do it differently. They invite people to come illegally.
He's putting the ball in Congress's court.
Can't just be like we do things right in Florida and somehow that's going to cure what's happening on the left coast and some of these other places. Ultimately, Congress has the power of the purse. They do ultimately happening on the left coast. Things right in Florida and somehow that's going to cure what's happening on the left coast and some of these other places. Ultimately, Congress has the power of the purse. They do not need to fund you if you're a sanctuary state. They can remove funding from sanctuary cities. So stop subsidizing this. You know, you have people that are in Congress that are complaining about what happened. And while I appreciate the sympathy, it's like you guys have the power of the purse.
There's no lie in what he's saying. There's no lie in what he's saying. There's going to be a lot of changes if you come into Florida. It's going to be a lot of changes because people are coming in with the nonsense. I told y'all, man. I told y'all you can't be coming down here with the nonsense because at the end of the day, the true Floridians are tired of the noise. They don't want that type of attention. And so this entity, demon, truck driver, they're not having no care in the world. And that's going to mess it up for other truck drivers who love driving in Florida. I speak to a lot of truck drivers, and they say they love driving in Florida than any other state. This is what they tell me. And they've been throughout all the states. They said the best driving is in Florida. Why is that? Because they more lenient. As long as you got your credentials, you got your stuff together, you could get your behind in here, do what you need to do, be respectful, get your behind in, get your behind home. But this driver from California, you northern states, man, I'm telling you, you northern states, you folks that live in the northern states, you're gonna have to start getting on your congressional, your leaders, and take them out of office. Take them senators out of office. Because here in Florida, we cleaning house. We cleaning house. In Texas, they cleaning house. We getting rid of all the senators. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And I could feel it. Let's go.
Florida's Attorney General says that they are not just going to deport Singh. They said that they are going to convict him and have him behind bars for as long as possible. I'm live near the Turnpike. Morgan Reiner, CBS News, Miami.
Yeah, have us behind in bars in the county jail and let them people in the county jail deal with him. Yeah. Yeah. Let the people in the county jail deal with him. Let the people in the county jail deal with him. Yeah. That's right. Let the people in the county jail deal with him. Okay? Now, that's pretty much about that, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Been on for about a good 48 minutes. And so I appreciate y'all subscribing to the channel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. You know what I'm saying? We got one more situation we're going to talk about right now. And we're going to close it out, all right? I know it's early for many of you. Some of you getting up, some of you at the site, some of you are leaving the site. Y'all be safe, all right? I don't have it. Okay, I don't have it. So that's pretty much about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep y'all posted with the lady. I'm going to do some research on her Instagram, and I'm going to do a pre-record video. Condolences to her family. You know, condolences to the man and his, son gone, their nephew gone in Brooklyn with the senseless, situation that happened in Crown Heights. And condolences to the people that lost their loved ones in the interstate on 95 by Miami Gardens with this senseless, monstrous, demon truck driver. Condolences to the family. I know it's tough. Y'all be safe out here on these roads. Y'all be safe in particular. More videos to come, more lives to come in the due time. Appreciate y'all liking the video. If you send something to the Cash App, y'all know the routine. You will be getting an emoji. It is what it is. I got to get going. I'll holler at y'all on the next one. Brown Royalty to the people. We the business. Y'all take it easy. Salute to the mods, members, and chat. I'm out.